balls where you can jump inside these big plastic balls and just bounce off of people or things. And then we had a huge water slide that was put on by the
Southern Colorado Family Center.
Thank you, Southern Colorado Family Center. And then we had a couple other vendors, lots of food vendors and everything, and I think it was a really good time had by all.
We want to give Cherry Jacobson, her husband Greg, and Jim Kirby. They've been working hard for about 3 months to put the car show together. So please give them a big, big round. Thank you so much. That's what it does. And you know, like I always said, for the last 4 years, the chamber is, you know, we take our time to build back up to where we used to be in downtown Trinidad. We used to have a good turnout and a lot of vendors and a lot of different things. And so if we take baby steps, and I think now we can take adult steps. I think next year will be better. But we cannot do it without the support of the sponsor, the community, the volunteer. You have money, but if you don't have manpower, it's not going to work. If you have manpower, you don't have no money, that don't work either. So it's have to take both. And we have Pat Fletcher. I talked to her and I said, hey, I need help. And guess what? She was there almost all day on Saturday. Thank you, Pat, for your compassion and your support in the chamber. We also have Rusty Gooddall. He was there for about, I think he was there from 5 o'clock until 1 o'clock in the morning on Saturday night. We have a lot of volunteers. We have about 30-some volunteers that help us with the beer gardens. We have the ambassador. We have the board of director. So you know, it's a teamwork. It's a teamwork. When you work together, you make it happen. And that's what I like to see. And like once again, I want to thank Cherry and Greg. They're doing a wonderful job. Thank you, Cherry. Your next year will be better. You know why? Because you will be the president next year. I would just sit back and watch and say, okay, my turn looking around. This month is June. June is a famous month because it's right in the middle of the year. And so I'm halfway through. I only have 6 more months to go. So, so I thank you all for supporting us and the board of directors to supporting me. And I want to thank the office, Joy Gibson. She doing a wonderful job. She worked hard. She worked extra hour and not charge the chamber. So I want to thank you, Joyce. I want to thank all our volunteers, Helen, Belle, and we have Paula Tripp. You know, and I mean, you know, I don't know what to say. I'm emotional today because my little baby puppy ran over last week. She didn't die, but she had 2 surgeries so far, and that's my baby. She was there for me when I lost my daughter and my mom, so hopefully she getting well pretty soon. It's gonna take a while to do that, but also we want a special, you know, we have a special thank you to our sponsor. I have a list of this, but it's gonna be in the newspapers because I don't want to stand here and reading. It's just too many to do so. Special thanks to the Clackamas County Commissioner, and we want to thank the City of Trinidad, the city employee working, the police department, Colorado Correctional Facility. They come out and help set up the beer gardens and the stage because we would not be able to do it. I don't think you and I can handle that.
Well, we had our work crews with the offenders that came and set it up, and then we took it back down for you.
Yeah, that's a big help. That's a big help. So did we have another? Why don't we just go around and see?
You want to do that now?
Yeah, just do it real quick so that Mr. Eric Phillips can have his turn. Do you want to have any announcement? You can make it short, sweet and short.
Hi, Amanda with Sangre de Cristo Hospice. On Friday, this Friday night from 6 to 9 at Buckets Barbecue, we are having a pre-party for our motorcycle ride. All percent of the proceeds will be donated back to Sangre de Cristo Hospice, which is so generous by Buckets. This is just community, working with community to make everybody grow. And then we have our motorcycle ride on Saturday starting at 10. Kickstands up at 11:30, and we're going to travel all over Colorado. So if you can join or know anybody, let us know. Have a good day.
First of all, I was gonna ask the young lady that just spoke. Did you take any Trinidad material with you for advertising and promotional reasons? Did you go?
We can.
Okay, because I'd love to give you some. But I would just like to say, thank you for all for showing up here, because it's a big team in Trinidad that makes it all work. And Trinidad has been exploding with festivals, the Chalk Festival, musical, and lyric. All these festivals have already happened, and we're only on to the 20th of June. And July 4th, we have a blockbuster specialty staycation for everybody in the city to come to. And it'll start on Wednesday, which July 4th is on a Wednesday, and it runs all the way through the weekend. And please tell your family and friends from far away to come here, because this will be the place to have fun on the 4th of July week.
Since I sat, so am I. Thank you, son. I hate standing up. I just wanted to let all the business, I'm Donna from Trinidad State, by the way. I'm the continuing education coordinator. We have a new grant cycle for the Colorado First and Existing Customized Job Training Grants. The first is for new hires. Existing is for businesses to get training they might need to stay competitive in the industry that they're in. I've got information on it here. If anybody's interested, you can pick it up for me at the end.
Anyone else from here? Jay has something.
I have lots of hats. My first hat is representing the Chamber of Commerce as an ambassador, and I'd like to urge you to please go to our new website that has opportunities for every business who is a Chamber member to have their own page. Secondly, the Chamber of Commerce Facebook page has all of the events in the community, because I administer that. Also, New Legends calendar has the calendar for the 4th of July week. And she said there's too many to mention. In particular, we have the the Eagles show is on the 5th, and then Avita opens on the 6th. And there's trigger stuff on the 7th. There's all kinds of activities. It's all on the calendar that they have. The third calendar I'd like you to look at is, if you have kids, the long name, Trinidad Kids and Youth Connection and Calendar has a color-coded calendar for all of the camps and activities for children in the community. So those are all kinds of resources for you to find out what's happening in the community. And you also notice that we came up with a brilliant idea, so you don't have all of your tables full of flyers and then you have to collect them. We have our flyers out on the front table. And my last hat today is representing the Boncarbo Fire Department Auxiliary, and we're going to be having a poker run. I didn't know what a poker run is, but apparently if you're into cars and motorcycles, you know what that is. And we'll be doing one around the Highway of Legends for motorized vehicles, and then we'll also be doing one ATV. And we were fortunate enough that the sheriff is actually going to escort us, because you can't have ATVs on the roads, and they will take them from Boncarbo up through the Ludlow area. And the flyer's out on the table, and that's going to be August 23rd. Thank you for your time.
All right, we got everybody, Linda. luncheon sponsor and speaker today is Mr. Eric Phillips of the United States Small Business Administration. He came all the way from Denver to tell us about the Small Business Administration and how it can help us in our community. So Eric, are you ready?
I guess I'm ready. Do I need a mic? Can you guys hear me? Do I need a mic?
Not like you.
No?
I can hear you.
Okay, okay. So my name is Eric Phillips. I'm Economic Development Specialist with the U.S. Small Business Administration. Federal agency, of course. Came down in March this year, and said, hey, we want to come back and present to the Chamber, and Joy said, hey, come on down. And, so I'm here. We'll be back again in August. We're going to bring our regional administrator down, meet with the mayor, talk about the city, how you guys are growing. I think there's a lot of energy here. I'm from Cleveland, so you know, Cleveland is a different place. So yes, I'm here to talk about. I have 20 minutes, but I put a PowerPoint slide together to talk about how the SBA can help you. We have a lot of programs, so I kind of cut them short. But when we come back, if you guys want to hear something about any of the programs, we can do a deeper dive into that. So, how many business people do we have here? Business owners? Okay. Want-to-be business owners, entrepreneurs? Come on, everybody. Okay. Who knows about the SBA a little bit? Okay. Okay, so when I had a business, my first business when I was 21, I thought I was starting a business that was a dry cleaning business. I knew nothing about anything. So I attempted to start it anyway. And I said, SBA, oh, that's just a lot of paperwork, right? Too much paperwork. People think it takes too much time. Time is money. I could be in my business, I don't have time to fill out paperwork for the SBA. And government. Federal agency, man, that's just a whole nother deal in itself. Now, we're still all of that, okay? But we can do it quicker. So today, what does the SBA offer? We offer counseling, online learning, capital and contracting, disaster assistance. Who knew we did disaster assistance? See, look at that. Learned something already, right? Exporting. Who knew we did exporting? See? And advocacy. Okay? So let's start out with counseling. So the SBA funds resource partners, Small Business Development Center, we have a representative here, Women's Business Center, SCORE, Veterans Business Outreach Center, U.S. Export Center, Procurement Technical Assistance Center, which is PTAC. So we have 980 SBDCs around the United States, 100 women's business centers. We only have one here in Colorado, that's in Denver. We have 300 SCOREs around the United States. We have 3 here in Denver. We have one in Denver, one in Colorado Springs, and one in Pueblo.
What's a SCORE?
SCORE, we'll get to that slide, but these are retired executives, businessmen that are mentors. So if you need a mentor to take you from beginning to end in your business, you can get a SCORE mentor, and he'll help you. U.S. Export Assistance Center, we have 21. We have one in Denver, and Procurement Technical Assistance Centers. I believe we have 10 in Colorado. SCORE, who asked that question? We're there, okay? Service Corps, we're retired executives. Now, I have a little place in my heart for these guys. I'm sorry, SBDC. Because these are volunteers. They don't get paid anything. They come out and they will sit down with you and go over whatever you like to go over, from business plan to your finances to your business, how to get started. They'll sit down and go over those things with you. Quick story, I used SCORE. I wasn't in business. I live in Colorado Springs, and some years ago, everything was shutting down. City ran out of money, closing community centers, turn off street lights, and we tried to come up with a way to bridge the gap between the city not having money and the community. And SCORE came in and came up with some business plans for us, and that was free. So I have a little space in my heart for SCORE mentors. But they're a great organization, and there's their information if you need that or you need them, or you can call me for that information as well. That's the Pueblo chapter. I said they're old guys, so they left a space off their website there. They forgot to put the picture in there. So, but they're great. It's a group of about 10 right now. They're growing, but they do good work. SBDCs. These offer one-stop assistance to individuals, small businesses by providing a wide variety of counseling and workshops. You have great SBDC directors here in Colorado. Mahanta, your name?
Rachel Patrick.
Rachel Patrick. You have Ekta in Colorado Springs, and you have Caroline Trainee in Pueblo. They're all great. They all have great personality. We have 80 lead centers and 900 service centers, and 14 SBDCs in Colorado. Mahanta is right there. Okay. And that's their website. Did I get the right one? Kind of close. Don't tell me. That's okay. All right. Okay, that's their website. You can go to their website and get some great information. Or talk to her before you leave today. All right. Women's Business Center. They provide training as well, assistance, federal contracts, some small loans, and we only have one here in Denver. It says Women's Business Center, but they do, you can go in if you're a man and get assistance as well. So that's Mi Casa. It's in Denver. They just moved to a new building. It's a great place. Good center. And that's their website. Am I going too fast? Everybody good? Everybody can hear me? Okay. Veterans Business Outreach Center. Do we have any veterans in here? Thank you for the service. Veterans Outreach Center, the main VBOC is in New Mexico. But what they do is we have what we call booster business. So it's transitioning from soldiers transitioning from the military to small business. So we have a 2-day course that we give at each military post. There's 5 military posts in Colorado Springs, and I think 1 in Denver. But we go to those posts and we train them we have instructors come in for financing, for starting a business, but it's a 2-day program. And then after that, after you've been out, if you like to do what we call a reboot, we put on those programs as well. It's the same curriculum. Veterans Small Business Week, which was the end of September, the 1st of October in Pueblo. So we can do reboots. If you like to have a reboot here or get that information as a veteran, you can do that as well. That's the VBOX website. SBA Learning Center. So if you go on our website, now all of this stuff is for free. And when we talk about the small cost for SBDC, that's a small cost compared to what you might go on the website and another company might charge you for, just to get certified or learn how to do a business plan. They'll charge you way more than any of our resource partners. So when I say free or small fee, it is a small fee compared to what you can be charged. But on our website, SBA's website, we have a variety of online courses. Some of them are 30 minutes, some of them are an hour, but it'll show you how to plan your business, how to write a business plan, and we all know. Now, who are the people that were in business? Who are the people that were? Who has a business plan? See, I knew it. Business plan. That's important. You have one? Great. Before you start your business, I did not have a business plan when I was 21. I had another business when I was 30. I did not have a business plan then, but they are important. And I can tell you when things come up that you don't expect, you can go back and look at that business plan to help you out. So that's why they're important. And if you want money from the bank, you have to have a business plan. Legal requirements. We'll show you how to launch your own business. Under that, social media marketing, which is huge, savings plans for businesses, manage your business, marketing 101, customer service, which I think we're missing a lot of sometimes. We don't have a lot of customer service. That can set your business apart. Grow your business, small business protege programs, and growing and establishing your company. So all those you can take online, they're free. Now, did I tell everybody it's a test at the end of this, right? Yeah? No? Okay. There should be some paper on your...
What do we get if we pass?
A free trip to the SBA office in Denver. Okay. That's our website. Start and grow your business. This right here, and we showed it in the front, this is our new logo. We just rebranded. The head of the SBA, anybody know, I give you a prize for this one too. Who knows the head of the U.S. Small Business Administration?
Linda McMahon.
Oh, there you go. Linda McMahon. Now I will tell you, with everything going on, I think she is doing a great job. I think she has bought a new, she's a small business woman. She's bought that personality of small business and kind of trying her best to get rid of the government paperwork and holding people accountable for doing their job really. And in government, that's kind of hard. That's different. I'll put it that way. But that's our website. I think, like I said, she's doing a great job. We have they came up with a great website, and I think we're going to be in a better place moving forward. Let's see. Capital. Everybody likes to talk about capital. Everybody needs money, right? Now, if you go into business, a couple ways you can go into business. You can get a loan. You can borrow from family and friends, which after that they won't be family or friends, right? So it's a couple ways you can get money, right? The SBA loan guarantee programs. SBA does not lend money, it guarantees the loan. Right? So we have 14 different loan programs, one microloan program, up to $5 million loan amount. Yes.
What's a micro loan?
That's a smaller loan. That's maybe a $25,000 loan, $5,000 loan. That's a smaller loan, $10,000. Those are smaller loans that we can offer. And other organizations can offer the same. Some places like Preferred Lending Sources, Axion. Those are small microloan lending agencies.
So, SBA does not lend money, but they guarantee the loan. So if you're trying to get a loan from a bank, then that means that SBA would guarantee it?
Well, sometimes when you go into a bank, the bank is supposed to know about SBA loans. A lot of times they don't, or they get amnesia, so they don't tell you about it. But yes, they can, when you go into a bank, you're trying a traditional route, and if you don't qualify there, you can apply for an SBA loan.
But SBA doesn't lend the money, so where does the money come from?
It still comes from the bank. You still go through the process, and I think that's my next slide.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you still go through the same process, and it'll be up to the bank to take you through those steps. And I believe I have them all here. Yep, here's the steps. How does this work? Step one, work with the SBA or a resource partner to develop, finalize business plan. Business plans, right? Step two, visit your current lending institution, discuss financing options. So we have a list of all the banks that are SBA friendly. Do you guys have a list like this?
No.
Okay.
Go on your list, actually.
Okay, and it's a list in those our resource guides as well. But we have a list of the people, the banks that you can go to that know about SBA loans, that know how to work the process, that can get you through it. The lender decides to utilize a traditional loan or seek an SBA guaranteed loan. Right. Step 4, lender submits requests to obtain SBA guarantee. Step 5, if approved, lender work with you on your loan closing. So it's really still all the bank, but they come to us for with the paperwork for your approval. Okay. Was that clear? Okay.
Yes.
SBA does not provide loans for. We do not provide grants, 100% financing, funding for illegal enterprises. What could that be? Okay. Gambling, pass-through nor speculative. I think that's Pruitt Natural Industries. Those are grown people clubs. Trying to, as strip clubs and things like that. We don't provide loans for those. Direct business loans, except for national declared disasters, and we'll get into that slide as well, and nonprofits. And we get a lot of people that call about nonprofits, but we don't do nonprofits. Contracting. The world's largest buyer of goods and services is the United States federal government. $5 billion per year we purchase. Right? That's everything from pens to pencils to helicopters. We just buy it. We just buy it. Right? Taxpayer dollars, we just buy it. Federal agencies are required to establish contracting goals with at least 23% of all government buying targeted for small firms. 23%. Every government organization has to work with a small business. 23%. Everybody has to have those numbers. 23%. What is our role? We help them get to that 23%. Right? Through small disadvantaged businesses, women-owned small businesses, service-disabled, veteran-owned small businesses that are located in historically underutilized business zones, hub zones. Now again, all these programs are bigger than this. Just give me the tip of the iceberg. But we can always come back and go deeper into all of these programs that we offer. So, SBA 8A Business Development Program. When I first came to the SBA, I was what we call a BOS, a Business Opportunity Specialist. And this was my job of a portfolio of 40 small businesses. And these businesses are specialized, are socially and economically disadvantaged individuals and businesses. So this is what you have to be to get into this 9-year program. This is a 9-year program that we help you all through for those 9 years for government contracts. So the benefit of this program, specialized business training. We look at your finances. We look at everything you have in your business. We put you in front of the people you need to see for government contracts with any government agency. Again, counseling, marketing assistance, and high-level executive development. I don't know about that, but we do development, right? Again, the benefits can receive sole source contracts up to a ceiling of $4 million for goods and services and $6.5 million for manufacturing. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. So for 9 years, the first 4 years in the program, And what you have to do is, again, we'll go back to the paperwork, right? A lot of paperwork, but you send that into headquarters with why you feel that your company and you were socially and economically at a disadvantage in your industry, right? Example, I had paperwork that came into me. She got in the program. She was in construction, right? So she had 5 pages of why and how she was discriminated against in the construction industry. I mean, she went back to high school. She went way back. I was like, wow. Because we have to read it all, because we have to know our clients. But she had 5 pages of that. And that's how she got in the program. But she's doing well. I mean, it is we have a millionaire in Colorado Springs that's been in the program. It's millionaires in Denver that's in the program. But these government contracts can now, you get in the program, you have to do the work. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work that goes into it. And then, the first 4 years we help you. In the last 5 years, we kind of wean you off the program. So you have more civilian jobs than the contracts, the government contracts. But it's a great program. And this is the only certification that the SBA has. It's the 8A certification. Currently in Colorado, we assist 125 AA firms. 125. To me, that's a low number. That's a low number because this opportunity is a great opportunity. But a lot of people don't know about it. So, disaster assistance. Internally, Governor, SBA Administrator, or President must declare a state of emergency or disaster. Internally. SBA Disaster Assistance Team will send out and create a center, district office support with contacts to local office officials. So when they had all the flooding and last year, this year? Last year, they were calling the office, hey, can you come out and volunteer? Because they just didn't have enough people, and a lot of people went out to volunteer and help, and we got the job done. So when the Red Cross comes in, we're right there behind them. External information, physical disaster business loans, economic injury disaster loans. That's what we do. Direct low interest loans for homeowners, renters, businesses of all sizes, and nonprofits. That's the only area we get into nonprofits. Exporting. We have over 300,000 small business exporters. Over 95% of exporting firms are small businesses. Small business exports account for 33.6% of all exporting values. So our exporting office is downtown. So I get a lot of people that come in and talk to us about their new ideas and where they want to send them to. It's always interesting, but I just give them to the export guy because I don't know. But it's growing. It's still growing, and that's a great way to diversify your business. That's the website at the end. Advocacy. Am I going too fast?
No.
Okay. Advocacy. This is something else that most people don't know the SBA does. Office of Advocacy is an independent voice for small businesses within the federal government. So if you have a problem, we're the watchdog for regulatory flexibility and a source for small business statistics. So if you have a problem, you can come to us. We have a representative that can help you, that can advocate for you. Office of National Ombudsman. Say that 20 times. Ombudsman. The National Ombudsman mission is to assist small businesses when they experience excessive or unfair federal regulations. That's like all the time, right? That's like all the time. Regulation enforcement actions such as repetitive audits or investigations, excessive fines, penalties, threats, retaliation or other unfair enforcement actions by the federal agency. So we all almost police ourselves in a way. This is our leadership at the SBA. We have an office of about 13 people, and I think each office in the United States averages about that or less. So that's why our resource partners are so important to us, because we can send you there and they can help you out where we might not be able to get to you. Dan Norberg is our regional director. He'll be coming down in August to meet with the mayor and kind of talk about what Trinidad might need economically and go over some things and maybe look at some small businesses, which I'll try to set up today. So, Francis Padilla is our director, and our deputy is Josh Vigil. Also, at SBA, we have our Denver Finance Center, acquisitions, government contracts, and surety bond grant programs. So, again, this is just a snapshot of what we do. If you want us to come back down and go deeper into capital, we can do that. Contracts, we can do that. If you have any questions. No questions? Go ahead.
On the disaster thing, do you have to be a member of the small, do you have to, does your business have to become a business through the SBA?
No.
So anybody that experiences a disaster can reach out to
Yes.
Okay.
Small business owner, yes.
Okay, great.
Let me grab it real quick. Yes, sir.
There's been a lot of talk in the news the past couple of weeks about the president putting tariffs on the goods and services coming in from China, and China retaliating by putting higher tariffs on exports from our companies over there. Is this a concern of SBA at this point, that maybe the cost of the goods and services are going to escalate because of these tariffs, and maybe people can't afford to buy as many products that these companies put out?
Not yet. I'm sure it's on our minds, but we haven't, not yet. Not that I've heard of, not yet. So, but for small businesses that want to export, I'm seeing that might be a problem, depending on what they're exporting. So, yes.
First question is on your list of online courses, are there more that work?
Oh, yes. Oh, definitely. Yes.
In
More than
particular,
that.
how to get an LLC?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And then do you have a resource for nonprofits who are trying to get their 501c3? Where would they go get help for that if it's not through you?
The Small Business Development Center.
Yes.
You can't help do that part.
Yeah, you still have to pay the $400 fee.
Okay.
For 501c3 or the $50 for the LLC, but we can help you with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
400 to get a
A
nonprofit.
501c3, yeah.
That's what we want to try this.
Yes, ma'am.
What are the types of products that somebody that would have an SBA loan export from our country?
I had a gentleman that came up with for the commercial cookers, he came up with a new type of hood for it. It was just a kind of a revolutionary type of hood. Some people have a lot of online things that they, or one lady had some like gifts, like little, I don't know what you call it. It was like little gifts she wanted to export to, I think it was Mexico or someplace else. So it all depends on what it is. I have another young man that does, well, I don't know if I should say that. It's a certain kind of animal manure that he, yeah. I won't go into that, but it can be anything. Yeah. It can be anything. You'd be surprised what people export or look for. So, any other questions?
Manure is important.
Yeah, it is. Any other questions? But thank you for having me. We'll be back in August. Again, if you have something else that you'd like to hear more about, let us know, and we'll bring it to you. Yes.
When you say you're coming back in August, are you coming back to our luncheon, or you're just coming back to our town?
We'll probably come back to the luncheon just to come to the luncheon.
Because you're fantastic.
Well, thank you.
And I want to make sure that we publicize to make sure that we get
Okay.
a bigger audience.
Well, thank you. And I'll definitely be back. So, thank you. Have a great
Thank you, Mr. Phillips. It was very nice. Briefly, before we do our little basket to do some giveaways, we want to acknowledge that we have a new chamber member that signed up last week. He is Pedro Reyes of the PAR King's Jeweler. His jewelry shop is located in the Bell Block on 134 Main Street, number 24. Mr. Reyes specializes in jewelry repairs, watch battery replacement, and loose gems. And he's going to be having a ribbon cutting on July 17th at 5 o'clock. So you're all invited to come, and I hope we can make it to help expose his new business. So far this year, we've had 8 new members join our chamber family. And we just held, as Linda and I mentioned a little earlier, the largest fundraiser for the chamber, which was the Santa Fe Trail Days and a car show. Go ahead.
We just had our newest member of the chamber sign up at the luncheon today, Connie Martinez. You want to stand up so everybody can? This is Connie, and you're with KRDO.
Yes, my name is Connie Martinez, and I am a TV and digital media marketing specialist for KRDO News Channel 13.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks, Johnny.
I am actually a Raton girl. I was born and raised in Raton, and I've been working in Raton in the Trinidad area and selling radio advertising for about the past year, and had an opportunity at KRDO. It's much more in line with my skill set and my experience. Right now, I'm living with a cousin and looking for a place to rent. So I'll be based out of Colorado Springs or Pueblo. I'm not sure which yet. But I am calling on prospective advertisers here in Trinidad and the Raton area for tourism and travel. So that's what I'm doing here today.
Thank you.
Thank you, Connie. Maybe we can be on TV. Did you tell him, hey, come on. Let Trinidad, Latimer County one time. How that, huh? Thank you. And upcoming events that we're going to have, Business Expo, we put it down, August 15. That will be on Wednesday. It take place of our luncheons. So August 15, it's going to be Sebastian Gym. Also, we're going to have a golf tournament. This is one of our fundraise. It's September 29th. So I think it takes 4 men per team. So we're going to need a whole bunch of men or women so we can make a lot of money. 2002, I did a golf tournament fundraise for Debbie Simpson. She had lung transplant. Her mother-in-law was our chamber president. Never set my foot on a golf court in my life. Didn't know what to do, but somehow the good Lord gave us a team work together, and we raised $13,000 for Debbie. So we hope we can beat that in September. And I just want to share one little things before the door prize. June is very special to me. June 28, 1970, that when I came to United States with my 2-month-old baby, Lon, who had passed away, will be 2 years in August. She was 2 months old and 2 days. And June the 28th, I have my liquor license in Trinidad, 1985. And
and the person that gave me the liquor license was Roberta Cordova. Come on, Mom. I adopted her. She gave me my liquor license. Thank you, Mom. For having have faith in me, because I will be 33 years on June 28th. So June is very special. Thank you, the Los Angeles County and the Trinidad for having me. I came from Vietnam in 1970. I worked for the U.S. Army in 1964, 65. I was 14 years old and put myself to school, and that's what I want to do, because in Vietnam, they marry you off when you're 14, 15. And I told my grandfather, I say, no, grandfather, I'm not getting married until I'm 18. And he agreed with that. So I'm glad, and I thank the American people for your open arm, share your land with me, and give me the opportunity to be in business. And I'm very proud that I've been in business 33 years in Trinidad. Brad Gordon is one of our board of director.
All right. First prize winner is Eric Phillips. Steve Workin.
You getting ready to leave. Goodbye, Steve.
Boy, I'll tell you what. That's all you have to do is act like you're walking out and give me a prize.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Joy.
Season's passed to the triggers.
Oh.
Wow.
I already have one, so.
That's nice.
Yeah,
Want something else?
you don't need one. I know that. Anyone like it?
Michaels.
Hi, Michael.
You just write it down. Who would like it?
Right here, triggers. Steve.
There you go.
This is
Because
from
I don't want to go to waste.
Moringa Oasis.
Thanks. I already have one.
It's a sample kit from Moringa Oasis and Cindy Johnson. And it does wonderful things for your body, so go see her. Yes, it does.
Congratulations.
And she's hiding in kind of a weird little spot. She's in between the gallery, the Corso Gallery and Marketplace Gallery in that little hallway.
Yeah.
Right next to the new co-op.
Yes. Come in. Donna, dear.
Donna, hello.
This is from the Chamber of Commerce. It's a plaque from our beloved and departed Danielson's Designs. Thank you. You're welcome.
Connie, you want to draw the next one? Sure. If I don't fall down. Paul Kelly from Trinidad Correctional Facility.
This is also from Moringa Oasis, and it's a way to get energized with your blood circulation therapy. This is for five, a certificate for 5 free sessions.
At this time, I would like to recognize our board of directors. If you're here, will you please stand? This is our Trinidad Losner County Board of Directors. We have our Trinidad Losner County Ambassador. If you're here, please stand. This is our ambassador. Thank you so much for coming. And thank you for doing all the hard work. Thank you, Mr.